Hello mathematicians, hope in this video and getting a little bit of practice you can say I can calculate the vertex, y-intercept, and x-intercepts to graph the equation. So I'm given y equals negative x squared plus 6x minus 5. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate my vertex. And remember my x-coordinate of vertex, so my x-coordinate is equal to negative b over 2a. So I substitute 6 in for b. So this is equal to negative 6 over 2, and my a value is negative 1, because it's just negative x, so it's technically like a negative 1 right there, but we just don't write it. So this is equal to, we have two negatives, so our answer is going to be positive. 2 times 1 is 2, so it'd be 6 over 2, and that is just equal to 3. So my x-coordinate of my vertex is equal to 3. So I'm going to substitute this back into this equation to solve for my y-coordinate. So y equals negative 3 squared plus 6 times 3 minus 5. And so this gives me y equals negative 3 squared is 9. I'm going to pause here. This is not, the negative sign is on the outside of the parentheses. It's not inside here. So it's not negative 3 squared, it's negative, parentheses, 3 squared. And 3 squared is 9, and then we keep that negative sign on the outside. So don't change this to a positive 9, okay? Plus 18 minus 5. This is equal to 9 minus 5. Negative 9 plus 18 is 9. And this is equal to 4. So my vertex is at the order pair of 3, 4. Let's go ahead and calculate the x-intercepts now. So I'm given negative x squared plus 6x minus 5 equals 0. I'm going to divide this whole thing by negative 1, so that way I don't have a leading coefficient of a negative 1. So all that does is change the sign, so this is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. Now I'm looking for factors of 5 that add up to negative 6. And that's going to be negative 1 and negative 5. So this factors into negative 1, x minus 1, and x minus 5 equals 0. So this is going to give me x equals 1 and 5. X equals 1, 5. So my x-intercepts are at 1, 5. So now let's go ahead and calculate our y-intercept. And our y-coordinate is just when x is equal to 0. So if I were to substitute a 0 in, I get 0 plus 0, 6 times 0, 0, minus 5. So 0 plus 0 minus 5. So that we just get negative 5. So my y-intercept is at negative 5. So now let's go ahead and plot all these points. Starting with my vertex, so I'm at 3, 4. So I go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'd be right there. And my x-intercepts now are at 1, 5. So along the x-axis, I go 1 is right here. And 2, 3, 4, 5 is right here. And my y-intercept is at negative 5. So I start at 0 and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. Okay, I'm going to plot one more point because we know that our axis of symmetry is right at the vertex here. So if I were to draw a line going straight down right here, that would give me my axis of symmetry. So I could go over 1, 2, 3 points, and over another 3 and plot another point. From right here, from my y-intercept, I could go over 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3. So this would be another point on my graph, just to give myself another a point on my graph. All right. So now that we've got our vertex, our x-intercept, and our y-intercept, we should be able to graph this and get a pretty accurate graph of what's going on here. So we should be able to go right here, and let's just graph this half of the parabola and draw my aerial, and then let's go down over here. So something like this is what the parabola of this equation would look like. And you notice that it's opening downward because our leading coefficient, our a, is negative. One extra thing to note is that this right here would be considered our maximum. It is opening downwards, so it has a maximum. If it opens upwards, it has a minimum. So that's it for a video. But after watching this and getting a little practice, you can say I can calculate the vertex, y-intercept, and x-intercepts to graph the equation.